Namaste, Jai Bharat. President Trump wants to have his own say in whatever things happening in the world. Undoubtedly, US is the biggest military force, biggest economy, very powerful nation, and the president of that is naturally a very powerful person. These things are unquestioned and accepted by everyone. Everyone knows it. There is no point in turning your face away from some truths and reality. But he really wants to put his weight on wherever he wants. Well, he can do it because he is in such a position that's there. That's one thing. So he wants to have his say, and of late, many places where it may be not necessary for him to speak of, he speaks also. At times successfully, but most times not very successfully. On the one hand, we have seen him trying to say that I will end all conflicts and war. Well, such a statement is a very noble one. I would end all conflicts and war. But behind this statement, the reality is very ugly. They have not just he, but the history of Americans. They just go and poke their nose wherever wanted, unwanted, create conflicts for reasons, no reasons, whatever. This is there in front of us history. I'm not creating it. Well, that's how things had been in the past. We had been seeing it, and the others were unable to react to it also. Now, this time, Israel is very wise people. They were maintaining a soft relation with the US, and still they do maintain a soft relation with the US. And here, Trump wants to end the problem in Gaza, and with this thing in the air that they will completely disarm Hamas. Well, the stories of Hamas, the reports on Hamas, very clearly indicates that these people don't deserve any kindness or mercy from anybody else for the kind of these atrocities they have inflicted on other human beings. Maybe they're Jews or Hindus, but that really is not the matter. But consider them as human beings for none of their mistakes, of course, obviously. So he wants Islamic nations to be there in Gaza to disarm Hamas. But personally, I would say that this disarmament of Hamas is never going to happen. Never going to happen because the Hamas do not know anything else to do. If you have a program of rehabilitating these terrorists, like Bharat does of rehabilitating the Naxalites, extremists, the Maoists so-called. These people have nothing much to do with Marx or Marxism or even Maoism, but then it has become a kind of existence for them. Since they are in Bharat, our government had made some initiatives of rehabilitating them into common normal living with all kinds of infrastructural support, and that had been very successful. Many people surrender and now they start living common life. Instead of anarchy, they fall into a system, lawfulness, family, things like that happens. That had been quite successful. But then I don't know if the disarming of Hamas has any such program at the back of their mind. I don't know. Or it might be my fault, I have not heard of it. I have not come across such program. The reality with the Hamas people they are trained right from childhood, in most cases, to do just this only. This is the only thing they know, and this is the only living which they earn, and they have been seasoned in this kind of existence. With hardships we may find, but for them that's the way life is to them. Living in tunnels and all those things, you cannot imagine such lives. And within the tunnels, whatever luxuries they think is possible to them, they find. Now, what will you do with these people? I don't know. But they will not be willing to surrender. They are not going to put their weapons down. And they are not going to come out, because what must be leading them through a long period of training and indoctrination that they hate. They hate others. By others, whosoever is coming under the connotation of the others, we can't say. It depends on what they have been indoctrinated with. So, here, this Trump wants Islamic nations to come, and Pakistan is these days Azim Munir. Nowadays, Pakistan is nothing but Azim Munir. All other people are ineffective, powerless, etc. He had managed that kind of stage setting where he goes beyond. He has immunity from arrest and many such things. He had gone beyond the law. You can't do anything against this person legally. That situation he had created constitutionally, systematically. Perhaps at the back of his mind must be that he is going to be there forever, or something like that. And Munir himself is a madrasa indoctrinated person. Can't read his mind in the normal manner. Well, so he agrees. He again goes to America. He had gone to America a couple of times, and he feels going to America and talking to Trump and sharing a meal with Trump are very great things. They're great things for on a different context, but as in his context, absolutely not even great things. But even otherwise, that is not very great things. It's very subjective and subjective understanding. So there's no point in making comments on it. He's going to America again. In his ununderstanding of geopolitics, he had already surrendered whatever he has to America. And America you can't blame for the simple reason that they would like to make use of everything and everybody, because they come from this background after the European War too, that they have been kind of bullying the world. That word may be not appropriate, but then for want of another word, they had been bullying the world around, getting things done at their instance in whichever manner. This had been their experience, and that has become a kind of haughty arrogance with them. So you can't blame America. They're used to it for all these years, and they would use people. They would use, not only just America, many Europeans, they have civilized yesterday. They became civilized yesterday. Before that, they were pirates, barbarians. The history is there. Why should I repeat? So they use others for their benefits. That logic works, and it goes on. So they have used Afghanistan all this time. Whenever they are there, they use everyone. And Pakistan is, of course, voluntarily going and surrendering to America for them to use Pakistan, because Munir or whoever is the Pakistan authority, either democratic so-called or military, they all do that. They have been doing this for a long time. They normally look for shortcuts. Pakistan, they don't work hard to earn what deserves to them. So Munir goes and surrenders. So Munir has to hear and obey, yours obediently to Trump. And Trump is insisting you send your army to Gaza in the operation of disarming the Hamas terrorists. Now, Munir is between devil and deep sea. I would not say devil and deep sea. I would say Munir is between devil 1 and devil 2. Deep sea is much better than devil 2. He is in between these two devils, for the reason that Pakistan, they are a typical kind of society who think they are the best in the world. Now, this is some kind of training which some people get to say that you are the best, you are the best, you are the best. Train them in that manner, especially with the bureaucracy. That trainers make these people believe that they are the best, so that these people work like donkeys under the conviction that I am the best. So whatever I do should be final and correct. So that might produce better results possibly. I don't know. So these Pakistani society think they are the best, and whatever they do is correct. Their version of Islam is the most appropriate one, better than everybody. They are number one in all aspects. This kind of faith beliefs run in Pakistani society, and they wouldn't like, and their religious sentiments are very strong, because they consider themselves as the best Muslim in the entire cosmos, and they would not approve or appreciate another Muslim getting hurt until that Muslim doesn't fall in his category. Here, Pakistanis would treat, they have a habit and history of treating terrorists as heroes. That's official to them. The leaders do that. Their government have been treating terrorists as heroes. As a matter of fact, even today, they are treating terrorists as the fourth wing of their military complex. Army, Navy, Air Force terrorists, they come in the same category. So for them, jihadi terrorists are heroes, and Hamas is heroes to them. And the Pakistan army, if put there to disarm Hamas, to make Hamas surrender, which is not possible, I am telling you. Getting Hamas to surrender is not possible until coerced. That's besides the point now. And an average Pakistani wouldn't want Pakistani Fauj soldier going to Gaza to make Hamas surrender. That is unthinkable to them. And then they will put the entire blame on Asim Munir. They already take processions to the street. Asim Munir, Kutte, etc. they speak of. I've seen some videos. That's their expression language. Of course, we don't subscribe to it. Such things in any case. So what will Asim Munir do is a question. On the one hand, his master, Trump, obviously his master, he has to obey him, because he had already surrendered himself to President Trump. He had surrendered. Less blame to President Trump, more blame to Munir himself. Something like Dr. Faustus. The famous story, Dr. Faustus, he must have studied in schools. On the other hand, the Pakistani society. I don't think anybody would stand by Munir if they send the army to the Gaza. And then look at the consciousness or structure of army. Will they attempt to disarm their heroes? Terrorists are the heroes. Will they attempt? To what extent the presence of army in Gaza will be fruitful, useful? No idea. You can't expect anything positive. First of all, will it really be possible for Munir to send some soldiers to Gaza? We can't say. If he sends, will the soldiers act? We can't say. And how the Pakistani society will treat Munir, we can't say. Lot of confusions in a much confused society, confusions of all kinds of things. What may be the outcome, we can't predict. It could be anything. But one thing is sure, the whole thing is going to be a mess. And nasty, very nasty. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.